Hola amigos, we back, and yes, that's right, look at the title, we did it boys, let's go, woo-hoo-hoo, woo, yes, woo, woo, yes, absolutely, 100%, had to do a lap around the house then, we did it, 3rd place in the championship. 1, 2, 3 is uno moi. Oh, I was so happy and excited to get the results. Like, I wasn't seeing, like, they weren't popping up on the website. Like, nothing was popping up. And then I think I sent a message to the kart track or something, and then Nathan messages me back saying you got 3rd. So I was like absolutely stoked. I'm going to pop up in a few seconds the leaderboard, like the championship leaderboard, so I've blacked every name, like last name out, but if you want to pause it you can, it's only going to be up for a few seconds. But as you can see, I'm 3rd there, I got 225 points, 2nd and 1st were way ahead, 4th was really close, so top 5 were really close, and like I really struggled this season. So like this here was my first kart. Energy, it was a 3032 chassis, so it was really big for the class. You've got an X30, and that's not even the upgraded, so the X30 was downgraded, really slow. This is my 2nd kart because the energy broke, so this was a alternative, like straight up had to get it. Like it was really quick buy, like it wasn't even the kart that I wanted, and this is the kart that I really wanted, the 2020 X5. So it was a really struggle season. Like the first 3 rounds were really poor, or first 2 rounds were really poor, and I had to get into it quick. This is going to be my presentation speech coming up.
I definitely don't believe I deserve this, but there's a bit of luck happening here, but I'm not going to defend it. But yeah, I just want to say, this was my first year back. I used to race back when I was a kid, and certainly to get over it, but having first year back, it was a bit of a struggle, a bit of a hard thing to do, getting back into it. Definitely was behind the pace, but having luck on my side, I was able to get on the stand here, so a big thank you for my parents. My dad, David Ulgo, and my mum, Tina Persistent, like they were really helping me get through this season. It was a big challenge, and I may not even be able to get to next season, but I really hope I'm able to, because I have so much fun, so much passion for the sport. So thank you so much to you two for helping me get through this year. I mean, the volunteers as well. We wouldn't be able to do this without you guys, so I really do appreciate all that. If I do make it to next season, I really hope that I have the skill, the talent, and the knowledge to get back on this stand. But yeah, thank you everyone for helping. Definitely with Nathan as well. Hard work's really helped me and supported me through this year as well, so I do appreciate everything. Thank you guys.
Ooh, that's the trophy there. That's the beauty. I don't know if it's a glass crystal but it's a really beautiful trophy. But yeah, very emotional. Sorry I didn't warn you if the volume was too loud or too soft, and yeah, probably coming into the next part of the video, probably turn the volume up, and then it got too loud afterwards. I don't know, but apologize about that. I'm still very emotional about the whole 3rd place, and obviously you can see the emotions in the presentation. I'm not very good at holding the minutes at most points, but yeah, I was really happy with it. And as I was saying, like the first go-kart, like it was complete random thought. Like I've always wanted to get back into go-karting. It's just always been the money side of it, because any sport that involves wheels, engine, or even not even a sport, like your car, like your personal use car, like anything with an engine or wheels, it's a very expensive thing to have, and like I got told for years not to get back into the sport, and just where I was at health-wise, I thought, well, this might be the last chance I get. I'm not getting any younger. I'm almost out of my prime physical age, so I figured I can somewhat financially support myself whilst having this sport, like whilst being in the sport. So I figured, why not risk it, just go for it. If I only do it for 1 year, I mean, at least I get that chance of being back in the sport. Ideally, I'd want to be in here for, like, in the sport for a lot longer, but it was a risk I took, and that's why I had that energy cart, because it was, I wouldn't say cheap, but it was on the market. It was the best value that I could get. Like, I got a trailer, go-kart engine, like I got everything, but it wasn't technically everything that I needed. So obviously, because the engine was not even upgraded, it wasn't. X30s are really good engines, but for this track, for most of Australian tracks, you want X30s to be on a track where you've got long straights. Like, the X30 performs really well on long straights, fast corners. Like, it's got a really good top end speed. Well, that's the engine itself. It's just really good top end, and the road tax kind of drops off top end. Like, it performs really well in the low to mid range, torque wise. And if you go any higher, like if you have too much of a long straight, pretty much it drops off quicker than the X30. So having a non-upgraded X30 on a track like this, the performance is just way off. Getting the road tax really bumped me up the field, and then having the energy snap, like the chassis snap, getting the OTK, that helped me as well. But still, it was like a 7-year-old chassis or 6-year-old chassis. It's just not what I wanted. So going into next season, hopefully I can still afford it all throughout the whole season. But I've got my chassis that I want, I've got the engine that I want, I've got most of the things that I want. It's just maintaining it all now and keeping the cost as low as possible, but still competitive. I wouldn't have been able to get through this season without Kartworks. Like, I wouldn't have been able to get through the season without my dad, the mechanic, my mum, the photographer. Like, she was really good moral support as well. My partner Sarah as well. Like everyone, like Nathan in Kartworks. Like, you all helped me so much, and like I couldn't have done it without any of you. Eventually, I might have to do it by myself, just because Dad the mechanic might retire from being a mechanic. Like, but at this point in time, like, I'm got a really strong team, got a really strong kart. It just comes down to me and my performance. But that was it. Like, that's all I wanted to show you guys. Wanted to celebrate that little victory, and I won't have any videos coming up until next season. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting me and everything. Catch you next time. Peace. Half a second.